Yeah, there's one Civic Type R there, and yeah, there's another Civic Type R there, and in fact I think I've got another one up here actually. Yes, Cal, the Mugen, very rare car that is. Nice M3 there as well, isn't it? And you know what's funny? I've actually bought more Civic Type Rs.
Jesus Christ.
3 more in fact, and one of them's just arrived. Let me show you. Here it is, look, it's a 2002 pre-facelift EP3 Civic Type R. This car though, it was a bit of a punt buying it, because the last time it was MOT'd was back in 2015, and the last time I checked, we're currently in 2022. So it has just arrived. I've had a quick look over it. I think in this video what we need to do is await the other 2 Type Rs to arrive, because I ain't seen them yet either, and then finally get this car MOT'd, get the oil changed on it, and then hopefully, and hope even, that I've bought 3 decent Type Rs. Let's get on with the intro. An EP3 Civic Type R. We do lots of Type R content on this channel. The reason that I do a lot of content is because I buy a lot of these cars. I absolutely love them. One of the, I think literally the first fast car that I ever owned was an EP3 Type R. Ironically, it was a black pre-facelift car, very similar to this. I think the plate was KY02 GWO, so it's also an O2 plate, and I've just, ever since I owned that car, I've just been a huge fan of all Civic Type R. Do you know, all Type R, Honda and Type R, them 2 badges combined as a combination, they are legendary brands, not just through my eyes, but through loads of people's eyes. So yeah, we do buy a hell of a lot of them, and this thing here has just arrived. I bought it unseen from an auction, and like I say, it's been sat around for all these years. So the last MOT was in October 2015. It did pass back then with no advisories, and it's just been sat around for a long time. And you can see as you look up closely, like these tyres have got great tread on them, but you can see they're really badly cracked, which is a shame because they're just gonna have to go in the bin. They're of no use. They'll probably end up on a go-kart track somewhere. Look, that one's even worse. Yeah, and then if you look up here, we've got lacquer peel on the bonnet. I'm guessing from wherever it's been sat, it has maybe tree sap or bird peel or something on the bonnet there, so I could do with getting that painted. But other than that, guys, like, I don't want to speak too soon, other than that, visually it actually looks quite nice. Now, it would have been cleaned before it arrived with us, because you can see that it hasn't got 7 years worth of dirt on it, but overall it is quite impressive. In the boot, it's all very nice. It's not actually gone mouldy, so it would maybe suggest that it could have been sat under some kind of a shelter, out of the rain and all the outdoor elements. On the interior, obviously the pre-facelift cars have got black seats. What else have they got going from? Red rear lights, which I actually quite like, and there's loads of differences, but they are the main differences between pre-facelift and facelift. Same engine, same gearbox, same power. I have already started the engine. In fact, I'll do that now. Come on guys, it's a Honda on the button, no messing around. I have not driven it yet because I don't really want to drive it, because that oil's been sat in that engine for the last 7 years. The last time it was serviced was at 60,000 miles, and I'm about to reveal to you what the current mileage is now. It's done 75,000 miles, guys, check that out. So it is a really low mileage car, especially for the age. I've HPI'd it, it's HPI clear, it's got no mileage discrepancies. It literally just needs a service, an MOT and a drive, all right? So let's fast forward to the point where we were at the MOT garage, getting it MOT'd, getting the oil out, and we'll just let the video unfold from there, all right? See you in a bit. What a lovely sight seeing those 3 cars all parked together. So they're obviously all black EP3 Civic Type Rs. They did all arrive. This video has been sort of sidetracked or delayed for quite a while. We're a few weeks on from where we were in the beginning of the video, because basically, guys, we got robbed. Yeah, annoying, isn't it? Yeah, so basically we got broken into, and I've sort of come to learn that old petrol Japanese catalytic converters are worth a lot of money to certain people, and I had these 3 in stock, and I had the red one in stock as well. These guys come in, they pop down in the daytime, sort of checked everything out, and then they came back at night, and yeah, he stole the cats off of them. Like this ain't personal to Calvin. It's not like these people thought I want to attack Calvin's cars. What they really wanted is a little easy earner. Is it even an easy earner? I don't know. Because the thing is with when you steal from someone, the value of those cats, yeah, is nowhere near as valuable as the value of your pride as a person. As a man, would I steal from someone? Would I break into their yard and steal from them? Definitely not. You couldn't take away my soul to swap me to swap. I wouldn't. I know what I'm trying to say, but I don't know how to get out. I wouldn't swap my bloody soul to do something like that to someone. I work bloody hard all the time, yeah, and I was no different to those guys. They probably grew up in an area like me. I grew up in Luton. Broken family, no money, no opportunity. I say no opportunity, not much opportunity, but I took every opportunity I possibly bloody could, and here I am, stood in a car yard, even customers buying cars from me, and I've just been constantly on it, and I've made something out of nothing, right? And the way I've done that was by being positive, being motivated, and being on it. I try my hardest not to do any wrong anywhere in life. I'm trying to do constantly trying to do positive things. I've been giving away stuff for bloody free all the time. We've got the Clio there. In fact, on the Friday that these guys come down to sort of case the joint, check out what's going on down here, I was midway through doing a live stream giving away the anniversary Golf. I'm just trying to do positive things, and the point is, the reason why I say this, I am going to get to the Civic Type R shortly, but as you can imagine, I am a little bit annoyed about this situation. The point is, you do good, you deserve good. You do bad, you deserve bad. And I think, yeah, these guys, they're going to get caught, they're going to get arrested. You can imagine the police are absolutely over the moon with the amount of CCTV that we've got. But that aside, yeah, they can actually do something decent with their lives. Like, they definitely could. Like, if they wanted to come down and sit down with me and have a little chat with me and say, Calvin, can you give me a bit of advice? I want to do what you've done. I want to do better than you, Calvin. You could smash me. I'm just a f***ing car trader from Luton. You could do even better than me. You could bloody set up multiple businesses. Them cats, yeah, whatever they're bloody worth, ain't worth it, man. Short-term wins don't get you nowhere. It's all about the long term, the long future, the long journey. And all you've done is piss me off. Lots of people watching this video will probably be thinking, you're absolute scumbags. You're probably going to get arrested. And I don't know, what's the conclusion? You're just dickheads, man. You're just absolute dickheads. Anyway, let's get to the Type Rs, yeah? So, ran over. Here we have 3 Civic Type Rs. And at one point in my life, I owned one single Civic Type R. I had one, yeah? And I absolutely cherished that car. I worked very hard for that one single Civic Type R. And I continue to work hard throughout the whole of, I don't know, I was about 20 years old at the time. I'm now 34 years old. I've worked hard 7 days a week, every single day, since the day I owned that car. And I now have 3, and I've got a 4th one, and I've got a Mugen one as well. Because I work f***ing hard all the time, I've got all these bloody cars, but I'm going off tracks again, yeah? And I've got myself in a position where I am so proud. I love cars, I love Honda Civic Type Rs, and I am now trading in these types of cars. I absolutely love my job, I love my life, I love how it's unfolded, but it is from being #on it. I'm going back off tracks again. So here we've got a pre-facelift Civic Type R. That is the one that went off for its MOT. It hasn't been MOT since 2015. It did, of course, like, it would never have passed with the tyres that it had on it. So we've had new tyres put on it, we've had the wheels refurbed, and it still needs a little bit of lacquer peel done on the bonnet. We're getting there slowly with it, but it's looking like a really nice car. Now this one here is a Premier Edition car. Obviously that one's done 75,000 miles, I think. This one's done 100,000 miles, Premier Edition. That is actually the most expensive one of all 3. They're all roughly about £7,000, but this one's a touch more in value because it is a Premier Edition. For those that don't know, subtle differences with the Premier Edition. We've got tinted rear windows, we've got Recaro seats on the insides, and a few other bits as well. Obviously the facelift cars have got like indicators in the mirrors, whereas the pre-facelifts don't. The front ends of the facelifts look a little bit more attractive. Specifically the headlights on the facelift look a lot better. And yeah, this car here has had a couple of little mods. It looks like someone's perhaps upgraded the headlights on that one, because the headlights on that one aren't as blue. It's got a carbon air intake, it's got a different rear wing, subtle mods, but it is a very, very nice car. Now this one here is the one owner from new car, one owner, loads of history, very nice, untouched example. And that car there has done 110,000 miles, struggling to get my head around or trying to remember all of the things that these cars have got. So very nice car, very nice car, very nice car. They've all had the wheels refurbed, so they're all looking super fresh. But this one here was kind of like the focal part of this video. So pre-facelift, 02 plate car. I've not yet driven it. I've just started the engine on all three of them because from where they've been sat around, the batteries have gone dead, as you can imagine. Especially these little Japanese batteries are a bit of a bloody nightmare. But they've all now got new cats on them. Brilliant. Yeah, we have 3 Honda Civic Type Rs with catalytic converters. The red one's just gone off to go get its new one fitted as well. The cats that are on them now are not as valuable, so if you are a cat thief, you will know anyway that aftermarket cats are nowhere near as valuable as the original cats, which is very, very annoying. But lucky for me that I'm not going to be at risk of these ones getting stolen now. So we have since upgraded security. I've got the security guy up the front now. Yeah, so spending more money on security. I'm not going to give away the game, but yeah, it's going to be a lot better if they come back again. It'll actually be brilliant. But anyway, what we're going to do is, I've not yet driven this Civic Type R. Let me jump in it, go for a little drive in it, and wrap this video up. Here we go then, in our low mileage pre-facelift Honda Civic Type R. 75,000 miles this car's done, and it's barely done any miles in all them years that it ain't been MOT. I think it's done like literally a few hundred miles. And do you know what? As you'd probably expect, guys, if this was any other car on the planet, it would have issues. But with a Civic Type R, generally anything with a Honda badge, yes, it's doing everything as it should. It does need fuel. It definitely needs fuel. So I might just go straight to the petrol station now and stick some fuel in it. But so far, it's driving really well. So we have obviously MOT'd it, and we have also serviced it. We took all the old oil out. I did want to film that and stuff, but it just never happened, so I apologise for that. But let's just see, now that the engine's warm, see if this VTEC's doing everything as it should as well. Ready? Sounds good? Oh, listen to that! I think amazing. Now, I forgot to say, this one's actually also got an aftermarket air intake as well. The other one's got the big carbon fibre one. This one's got a slightly different version, but it's not the stock air filter. And as a result of that, you get that lovely roar from the VTEC. So 5800 revs. Listen to that. So if I come off a VTEC again, drop it down a gear, turn the heating down, it's quite warm there. You'll notice the engine tone change drastically when that VTEC kicks in. Quiet, and there it is. And that does make the whole VTEC experience so much better. It's just so bloody good. So I think I'm going to turn left in here and loop back round, so I end up right where I want to be, where the petrol station is. Is that going to run out of fuel? Hopefully not. I think I'm going to just quickly wrap this video up, guys, because obviously this video for me is one about the Civic Type Rs, but two about these idiots that come and stole these catalytic converters. And with anything in life, I say it all the time, think positive, do positive, speak positive. It is so bloody important. I think that's kind of the message I want to put out there, man. Do good in life and you deserve to get good back. Do bad in life and you deserve to get bad back. And what actually happens, like, you read the book The Secret, it's all about law of attraction. Think good, look for good stuff, and you will attract good stuff. If you're an idiot and you rob from people, everyone around you won't trust you, barely anyone will like you, you won't have any close relationships, you won't actually achieve much at all. You might nick a few cats and earn a little bit of money out of that. But even when you go to the scrapyard, the guys at the scrapyard, when you go to cash them cats in, they think you're idiots. When the police arrest you, they also think you're idiots. Everyone just thinks you're a bloody idiot. But when you're a good person, you do good, generally you attract so much more positive stuff. Now, I have just had a little bit of a negative experience getting cats nicked, but generally my life is pretty bloody good, man. And you know what, I do feel like I deserve it, because I do a hell of a lot of good in my life. Now, I made that choice many years ago to either do wrong, it was never an option. Doing wrong was never an option. Doing nothing but good in the best way that I possibly bloody can was always the journey I was going to take, and I have done, and you know what, it's definitely paid off. So for me, I suppose I've bought 3 Civic Type Rs. Yeah, I am going to lose money on them because I spent out on a load of bloody catalytic converters, but you know what, I managed to get a half decent video out of them. In fairness, they've all turned out to be really nice cars, and once I've sold them, I can cash in, go and buy more stock and earn more money out of other stock. So yeah, the overall experience, ending it on a high note, because that's what I love to do. It ain't been a bad experience at all, and yeah, this one in particular, not been MOT for bloody 7 years, and it is driving absolutely spot on. The gearbox is great as well, because obviously that's a weak point on these cars. VTEC is doing as it should. It's driving spot on. Surely we've done some stuff to this car. I don't think we have. Apparently it did pass, and my MOT guy is very strict. So credit to Honda again as a brand. There is a ton of Honda Civic videos on my channel, Civic Type Rs particularly, so if you want to see more, do check a load of videos in the description below, or whatever I want to do in the tab in the corner. But I'm going to wrap it up, leave it at that. It's probably been quite a long video. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you liked this video. If you did like this video, do me a favour, hit the like button, hit subscribe if you're new, for a new video every Wednesday and Sunday at 6 o'clock. Birds in the road there. Nice birds. We don't want to kill any birds, because that's a bad thing. We don't want to kill birds. And if you're on Instagram, give me a follow on Instagram at Calvin's Car Diary, alright? And I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Since filming this video, the Mugen Type R is now sold, the Red FN2 sold to a regular customer of ours, and then finally the Premier Edition EP3 is also sold to a good friend of mine in the car world, Albert from Night Racer.